Greetings and salutations, this is Johnny Mac from Rock and Metal Plus. If you're new here, subscribe down the bottom, don't forget to like and all the other good stuff. And today, this Easter weekend, we have got a double bill of death metal albums to review. Now then, these two bands have something in common. That is, this band, Godz Ov War, UK legendary death metal band, obviously, who unfortunately split up in 2015. Now, the first of the bands I'm going to mention are, in fact, a band that started almost as a tribute to the drummer from said Godz Ov War, a Martin Kearns, who passed away, and that's why the band split up and didn't carry on. But the singer Carl Willits and the original drummer from Godz Ov War, Andrew Whale, formed a band with Scott Fairfax on guitar and Frank Healy on bass, who was originally in this UK death metal band Benediction. Actually, he wasn't on this song because this actually came out in 2020. Right, so I'm actually going to review this today, which, as you can see, is Memoriam's new album, To the End. This was released end of March this year, 2021. It's their fourth album, and actually it shows the new member in the band. They've split with Andrew Whale, the drummer, one of the original drummer from Godz Ov War, and they've now got a Spike T. Smith, who I believe has toured with he's a professional drummer, and he's toured with various bands such as Killing Joke and The Damned, that sort of thing, and seems to inject a bit of, no, that's the dude. There's Carl, and yeah, this is the first one on Lethal Entertainment. The other stuff, let me just check now. Yeah, that's the third album. They were on Nuclear Blast, and I think they were the first two albums were as well. Now, this album, as I said, it seems to have injected a little bit extra. The first three seem to be more of a tribute to the Godz Ov War drummer, and that's what Carl said himself. It seemed to be, sort of a in memoriam to them. But yeah, this album is like a new. It almost feels like they're going into battle. In fact, the first track is Onward into Battle. It starts off with planes go overhead, and as I said, like Godz Ov War, they're war-based death metal of the old school style, very chunky, very riff orientated. The fact that they've sent Onward into Battle, it's almost like a Slayer type, maybe in the South of Heaven, that sort of kind of chunky, chug, slow. Drums are heavy, it's very doomy. Goes into This War Is Won, which is another chunky, excellent song. All these songs, it seems to have just upped it just a little bit more. You can tell they're at the top of the game, been doing this for a long time, but they just seem slightly hungrier. Failure to Comply, great song. Each Step Closer to the Grave, it's a proper death doom. It's very chunky, it's almost Sabbathy. It builds up nicely. It's got some faster, heavy riffs. It's brilliant stuff. Possibly one of my favourite tracks is Vacant Stare off this. It's an excellent guitar intro, very epic, builds up faster. it's really chuggy. It's the drums are brilliant on this as well, really good. Track called Mass Psychosis is a little bit different though. It's almost industrial sounding. It also reminds me a little bit of Voivod. You know, it's got that sort of just dissonant sort of sound to it, and yeah, it's almost like a you know, sort of a Ministry type thing, a bit nail bomby. Very good, very good. Different, but I think it still fits in with what they're trying to do on here. And to be honest, as I said, the track, now there's only 9 tracks on here. As My Heart Grows Cold is an absolute banger. It's epic. 6 minutes. Starts off with a bit of radio static. It's brilliant, brilliant. And just sort of builds slowly, very chunky. The guitars are brilliant. The basses, you can just hear it enough in the mix. Carl's vocals throughout this are absolutely brilliant. You know, to think he's been doing these death growls for so long, and it just sounds absolutely brilliant. And it kind of stops, and you just hear him going, "It would take a better man than me." And it just stops. Better man than I. It's brilliant, brilliant, awesome stuff. Right, now then, I said it was a double header, and I said that bolt thrower, bind the two together. So next up we get a band called Chainsword. Now, as you can see by the cover, it's very battle oriented, very war, very bolt thrower. I get the CD. I don't know if you can quite see it, but this is signed. I got it from off Bandcamp. You've seen blue Sharpie, maybe not. You know, come on, they're standing by a tank, so it doesn't get any more than that. I got a flea sticker with it as well. Chatting to a few mates a few months back about this because it came out January, and we had a quick listen to some tracks off Bandcamp, and we all went, knowing that they're from Poland, by the way, we went, "Ooh, Polish bolt thrower, cracking," and that's exactly what they are. Let's have a look what we got. Yeah, stuff like Spine Hammer, Hollis the Chosen Son is brilliant. That's probably one of the standout. It's got some great guitar work on it, cracking solo on it. That's the thing with this album. There's more solos. The only thing missing, if you like your solos, not a ton of solos on Memoriam. It's not their thing. Let's face it, it wasn't both through a thing, but this has solos, and it's quite cool. If you look at the actual booklet itself, lovely artwork, and the big tank. Got a big tank. Got all the lyrics and that as well, and it actually tells you who does the solos on the songs, because it's a dual guitar this time as opposed to single guitars for Memoriam. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. Blightmarch is great. Now then, the actual connection to bolt thrower, not the fact that they sound like or whatever, is Chainsword. Chainsword is actually a Warhammer 40k proper weapon. It's used in there, and as we all know, the bolt thrower boys were well into their Warhammer than I think most of this Realms of Chaos, and I think War Master as well were pretty much influenced by the Warhammer stuff. By the way, yeah, I know this is the rubbish remix, which hasn't got the original cover. I'm sorry. What can I say? I'll get it sometime. I will get it. But there you go. So yeah, I said if you're looking for some death metal, you can't go much better for obviously UK death or Polish death with Chainsword. Get them on you know, Bandcamp and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, awesome. I can imagine both bands would be absolutely spot on live. I can't believe I said I'll hopefully get to see Memoriam when gigs start up again, especially with it being a UK band. But yeah, so that'll do me for the night. I better get off. It's getting late. Don't want to turn into a pumpkin. So you take care everybody, and I'll speak to you soon. Ladies.